I recently realised it's not the big habits that change how my life feels, it's the really small ones. The 1-minute things that don't take loads of effort but somehow make me feel calmer, more organised and just a little bit more like I've got my shit together. In this video, I've pulled together 27 1-minute habits that I use across work, life, and just in general to feel like a functioning human. Now, I should caveat that I do not do all of these every day. I am not that gal. But these are things I come back to when I feel overwhelmed, perhaps a bit distant, or like everything's just a bit chaotic. Now, they're not life-changing on their own, but collectively, they make life feel a lot better. Okay, let's get into it. First up, these are the things that help my brain and how I work. Number 1, envisioning my day. Before I let the world get hold of me in the morning, I run through my day in my head and picture how I want to feel by the end of it. It starts the day off with positive intent, and I picture getting into bed later that night feeling like it's been a good day. Number 2, voice noting instead of overthinking a reply. If I'm unclear how to articulate a text, then this is really simple. It just becomes a voice note. I stop typing and I just say it out loud. It's quicker and people actually get my tone. I used to spend far too long crafting the perfect message when no one really cared that much. I think this is especially useful when something could sound blunt because your voice softens everything. Number 3, naming a document properly. This is so deeply unsexy, but hear me out. I name documents clearly the second I create them. Future me doesn't have to go full on investigation mode to find anything. Like, we've all searched for that final V4. No, this is the final one. I just refuse to live like that anymore. Number 4, delegating one thing. Every day I try to do one thing by not doing it. I delegate at least one task, even if it feels quicker to just do it myself. I've started working with a VA and I need to build the habit, which frees me up to do the stuff only I can do. I've struggled with hoarding tasks like, oh, it makes me more efficient, but it doesn't, it just makes me busy. Number 5, picking up the phone. Radical idea here, just call them. If something's going around in circles, I pick up the phone. What would take 10 emails back and forth just gets sorted in a minute. Also, tone, nuance, all of that. If something just feels slightly tense, cool, it stops things spiraling. Number 6, adding things to my to-do list. My brain is not a storage unit. If I think of something, it goes straight into a list on my phone. It clears mental clutter and it stops that don't forget loop. And actually on that, I once had a hypnotherapy session and I remember the hypnotherapist saying, replace the phrase don't forget with remember. It's much more positive intention and then you're more likely to actually remember it. Number 7, closing tabs. This is so easy, but sometimes the fastest way to feel better is just to have less tabs on my laptop. When I start feeling mentally cluttered, I close the tabs that I'm not using. It gives an instant visual calm and an instant mental declutter. Before switching tasks, do a quick tab reset so you're not carrying chaos into the next thing. Number 8, saying, let me come back to you. This one has saved me from so much waffle. If I'm put on the spot, I say, let me come back to you instead of panicking and then answering badly. It buys me thinking time and it usually leads to a much better answer. Not every thought needs to be fully formed in real life. In fact, I learned years ago that confidence doesn't come from knowing something instantly, but by trusting yourself to go away and be able to find out the answer. Use it in a meeting when you just need a minute. It will make you sound more considered. Next up on the list are the ones that make future me very grateful. Number 9, putting something back where it belongs. Future me hates the past me when I don't do this. I put things back where they belong straight after using them. It stops tiny bits of chaos building into a full-blown mess. Living alone means the item will be exactly where it was left in its right place, which makes this quite an easy one for me. My rule is if it takes less than 10 seconds, do it immediately, no negotiations. Number 10, checking my calendar for tomorrow. This removes about 80% of my morning stress. I check my calendar the night before. It means I wake up knowing what's coming up instead of opening your laptop and realising maybe you're already late for something. Just like the first 1-minute habit where I was starting the morning right, this one puts you at ease just before bed. Number 11, laying my outfit out. Mornings are not the best time for decision making. I endeavour to choose my outfit the night before. It makes mornings feel calmer and more put together rather than just standing at my wardrobe staring at it like I've never owned clothes before. Top tip, check the weather at the same time. I have learned that one the hard way many a time. Number 12, check my banking apps. Now, avoidance is not a financial strategy, so I tend to check my bank apps daily. It combats any low-level money anxiety and it's always better to know than guess and hope for the best. Number 13, ordering the things I've been putting off. If I've thought about something 3 times, I just buy it. I order the thing I've been procrastinating on. It clears mental tabs and it stops this constant need of, oh, I need to remember to get that. Now, this is rarely about the thing, it's about the energy it's taking up. 14. Charging my devices before they die. This is so basic, but it changes everything. I charge my devices before they hit 10% mode. There is nothing more humbling than navigating somewhere on 2%. So I've created one charging spot near my desk and it helps me avoid hunting for cables every night. Now on the list are the ones that help my energy. Number 15, taking my Simprove. Now this one is a non-negotiable. I've been purchasing Simprove for almost a year now. I take it every morning. My gut's happier, it means I'm happier. It's just, they're all connected. I actually got told probably about 10 years ago by a doctor that I've got IBS, but I just dismissed it and I put my daily bloating down to part and parcel of being a woman. But since taking this, I actually didn't realise how much discomfort I've accepted as being normal. So keep it somewhere visible so you don't accidentally forget. I just put mine right in the front of the fridge. Number 16, stepping outside for fresh air. When everything just feels a bit meh, I go outside. I step outside just for a minute, even if it's just to take the bins out. It's such a small shift, but it really changes my mood. Leave your phone inside. It works much better when you actually just disconnect for a minute. 17, standing up and changing rooms. If I'm stuck, I physically move. I stand up, I go to a different room, which in a 1-bed flat doesn't give me a lot of choice, but it breaks up the mental block and it helps me start again. Sitting there, forcing something has never once made it better. I also tried to pair it with a drink refill. 2 birds, 1 stone, all of that. It's a tiny reset, but double the impact. Now, these next few on the list are less about productivity and more just about how I feel. Number 18, lip stain before leaving the house. This is like my 2-second personality shift. I actually use this specific lip stain. It's by Wonder Skin. Apparently your lips are the same colour as your areolas, and I can confirm the colour of both are practically translucent. I instantly feel more alive, and it also helps define the lip line when it comes to adding liner and lipstick. 19, a proper morning skincare moment. Now, this is actually probably less about skincare, more about starting the day like I care. I heard the founder of Rituals in a podcast once say that a ritual is a routine done with love. So I just really enjoy the ritual of a morning skincare routine. Vitamin C serum, a moisturiser, SPF 50. It's much nicer when it's a moment rather than a chore. Number 20, putting on jewellery. Now this is less about fashion and more about finishing the outfit. I put on a few pieces of jewellery, always earrings, then usually rings too. It just pulls everything together without needing to rethink the whole look. And I actually just really like having something to fidget with. It makes me more comfortable in meetings. Number 21, spritzing perfume. Even if no one notices, I do. I put on perfume even if I'm not leaving the house. One of my absolute favourites is Chanel. This is a men's one. It's a white edition. It smells so sexy. It lifts my mood and it makes the day feel a little bit more intentional. It's such an easy way to feel put together for yourself. I also sometimes do this before bed too. I imagine being an old, rich, chic lady who lives on the Upper East Side. Number 22, putting on an after bath outfit. Now this is something I've fully stolen from my mum. After I shower in the evening, I'll change into an after bath outfit, which is not pajamas, but it's something soft, maybe something slightly put together like a co-ord or smart loungewear. It signals I'm winding down without fully giving up on the day. For example, on a late Friday afternoon when I want to have a glass of wine and relax, but I don't want to go full on PJ slob. So we can thank Anne for that one. Okay, so I could stop here, but then I realised there are all these other ones that don't neatly fit into productivity or self-care. They're just the stuff that actually makes life nicer. Number 23, lighting incense or a candle. Now this is my quickest mood reset. I light an incense or a candle when I want to shift the atmosphere. It is such a small thing, but it makes everything feel more intentional. I tie it to a moment like the start of the workday or the start of the evening, and then your brain starts to recognise the shift. 24, putting on a song that shifts my mood. Music can change my mood faster than anything else. I put on a song that matches how I want to feel. It pulls me out of whatever mood I'm in and resets my energy. I have a few go-tos that work every time. One being Glow of Love by Change with Luther Vandross. I strongly encourage having a reset playlist ready so you just don't have to think about it and get an instant lift. 25, making my space feel nice. When everything feels a bit chaotic, I tidy or reset just one small area of my flat. It gives me a very quick win and makes the whole space feel calmer. It could be clearing my desk, a drawer, plumping some cushions. It's never about doing everything, but just enough to feel back in control. Now, one slightly random one, but genuinely useful. 26. checking my TikTok recipe saves. This is very specific, but it saved me so much time. Before I decide what to get for dinner, I saved my TikTok saved recipes. It removes that spiral of like, what should I eat? And it means I don't stand in the M&S vegetable aisle just completely clueless. Save things intentionally so that future you actually has decisions made for them. 27. Sending someone a recommendation. I love sending a good recommendation. So if I come across something good, whether that's a podcast, a restaurant, anything, I send it to someone who'd like it. It's a really easy way to stay connected and be thoughtful. It's that this made me think of you energy, although do it in the moment because otherwise you'll forget who it was perfect for. So those are my 27 1-minute habits. None of them are revolutionary, but together they're the difference between feeling a bit overwhelmed and feeling like I've got a little bit more control over my day. It's not about being perfect. It's about knowing that I can have these little things I can anchor myself to, these 1-minute resets that remind me I'm still in charge. I'd love to know, which of these would you actually try? And if you've got any of your own, please send them my way because I'm always looking for small things that make life feel better. If this kind of content helps you think a little bit differently about work, life, and everything in between, please do subscribe. Until next time, keep careering.